Hi everyone, you're welcome to my YouTube channel. I still remain your Mercy. So today we'll be learning how to sew this beautiful Kaftan shift Bubu dress that I'm putting on, as you can see, and it has this design on the front. I hope you are enjoying this my dance move. Thank you to all my subscribers. Please, if you haven't subscribed, I'd love it if you do so. Okay, so if this is what you're interested in, join me and let's cut it together. So guys, I'll be making use of this Ankara fabric, as you can see over there. So this is one line of ashoke. I'll be making use of it. It's a one line of ashoke, and here is my fringes. This is half yard of fringes. Yes, and this is my 2 yards of Ankara fabric. Okay guys, I'll start by folding it into four because we are going to be cutting the back and the front together. For now, I've folded it into four, and this is 1, 2, 3 and 4. So we'll be cutting the back and the front together. So I'll start by measuring my shoulder measurement. I'll be placing my tape and mark 8 inches for my shoulder measurement. From there, I will get the full length of the sleeve, which is 8. I'll mark it over there. Then I'm going to mark out my starting point because I don't want the mouth of that fabric to show. So I'll mark out my starting point with my ruler and rule it out. On the place I use my chalk to mark will be my starting point. After that, I will use my tape to get the length of the dress. So the length is going to be 38. Yes, it's going to be 38. Then plus 2 inches for hemming allowance is going to be 40, and I will mark 40, as you can see. From the starting point, I will get the 40. I'll place my tape and get the 40 and use my ruler to rule it out after getting it. You can see I have ruled it out. I'm trying to connect all the lines. So after that, I'll be getting my sleeve length. My sleeve length is going to be 9.5 inches, and I will mark. So from the starting point again, I'm going to get my hip length. From the shoulder to my hip length is 25. I'm going to mark it. That is only the measurement we need for this kaftan dress. So on this shoulder, on this hip length, I'm going to divide my hip measurement by 4 and mark it there, as you can see. Then I'm going to add extra 4 inches plus my 1 inch seam allowance. Sewing allowance is going to be 5 inches, and I'm going to mark it there. So if you are a plus size, you can divide your hip measurement by 4 and add maybe more than 5 inches. Okay, so whatever I mark on the hip line, I'm going to take it down to the hemming part. Then after that, the next thing for me to do is to use my ruler to connect all the lines. I'll connect the sleeve length, then I'll slightly make a curve from the down part of that sleeve. That is, let me call it my armhole. I will make a curve, slightly curve it, and take it straight to the hip measurement. I'll take it straight to the hip measurement. I've connected to the hip, then from the hip down to the full length of the dress. You can see how it looks. So from there, I'm going to mark out my neck width, which is going to be 3 inches. Then the depth is going to be 1.5 for the back. So I'll be cutting out the depth 1.5 for now, and I'll curve it out. After that, I'll get my shoulder slope. I'll mark out 1 inch for my shoulder slope, and this is all for the drafting and of this dress. So the next thing for me to do is just cut it out. You can see it's very easy and simple. It's beginners friendly. You can see how it looks. We are done. So I'll go ahead and cut it out. So I'm done cutting it out. The next thing for me to do is to separate it. Separate the back from the front. As you can see, I've separated the back from the front, and I'm going to be marking the front neck depth. I'm trying to like arrange it so that it's going to be equal. So I will place my tape like so, minusing the 1.5 inches for that we've cut out to get my 10 inches. My front depth neck is going to be 10 inches. I will mark it out. So on that place I marked 10 inches, I'm going to go in by 1.5. Yes, by 1.5. I'll mark, sorry, before on tabir. So I'm trying to mark it out for you to see. I will use my ruler to connect it straight up to the neck width. As you can see, the way I'm connecting it, remember I came in by 1.5. See how the shape looks like. So I'll make use of my scissors and cut it out. So when you're cutting, cut it gently, don't rush. I'm going to open it up for us to see the front look. This is the front look, and you can see how the front neck shape looks like. So the next thing for me to do is to join the shoulder first. I'll go ahead and join the shoulder, and I'm done joining the shoulder. As you can see, I'm done joining the shoulder. The next thing for me to do is to calculate the shoulder, the round circumference of this shoulder, both the front and the back. I'll start measuring it out, calculating it like so. Why calculating? Please measure many times for you not to make a mistake. Okay, it's better for you to have excess than to your strap to be shorten. So why measuring? Measure again and again for you to be sure. All right, I'm trying to get the neck circumference because I'm going to go ahead and cut a strap for this, for the design. So after that, I have about 31.5, but I'm going to cut out more than that. It's better for it to remain than to have a shortage. So on this down part, make use of your scissors and notch about half an inch, as you can see me doing, because if you didn't notch it, it's going to give you a little trouble while sewing the front neck design. So I've gone ahead to cut out my ashoke. I cut 3 inches by width, and the length is more than 31.5 inches. Okay, so I'm going to fold it like so. As you can see, when I fold it up, it's going to be 1.5, but you can cut more than that. You can cut 4 inches. When you fold, it's going to be 2 inches. So I'll start by folding it up. I'll start by putting it like so, as you can see. So I'm just showing you what I'm going to do. I'm trying to like show you. Then you put it, you can see the side I pin up is the side that is open. I pin it on this neckline. I pin it round, and that is how I'm going to sew it on my sewing machine. After sewing it, this is how it's going to look like. It's going to relax like this. You can see it. So you cut out the remaining excess, leaving about half an inch while cutting. So I've done joining it, and this is how it looks like. You can see there is about half an inch that is running on that down part, which I'm going to use to sew this down part. I'm going to be turning it up like so. Just watch what I'm doing. I will hold the strap, the ashoke, and the main material, and turn it up. This is the back. You can see I'll hold them together and use my pin and pin it up, and pin the other side. So if you cut about 4 inches for this, that is folding up will be 2 inches, is going to lap, but I don't want my neckline to lap, so they are going to be sitting separately. So I'll pin it up, then I'll take it to my sewing machine and stitch it. I'm just showing you what I'm going to do while sewing it. Okay, you can see how it looks. I'm still pinning it down. If you stitch it, this is how it's going to look. You see? So you no longer be seeing the Essex, like the mouth of the ashoke. This is how it's going to look. Make sure it's relaxed, okay? So I will get the other design that I'll be putting on the down parts. I've cut out about 10 inches and 10 by 6.7. So this is how I played. Like, I don't know, you just play along with this, but I measure 1.5 on this side, sorry, 1.7, and folded it slightly. Then this other side I measured out about 3 inches and fold it up. You can see the way I'm doing it. I'm just trying to play along. Just design whatever you want to. It doesn't necessarily matter on this design, okay? Just create out whatever. This upper side I fold in with half an inch. So if you want to make my kind of design, this is how I made it. That is why I'm explaining it. But you can play along on this part. Just create whatever you love, whatever you want, how you want the shape of this design to be. You can just create it on yourself. So after that, I'll pin it down. You can see this side is curvy, so the shape is just coming out. I'm trying to pin it down because this is how I'm going to sew it. So this is where the fringes came in. You know, it's half inchy of half yard of fringes. I'm going to fold it up for it to be full, as you can see. Then I'll place it under the ashoke, that is on top of the fabric. I'm going to place it, as you can see me doing. Then after placing it, I'll fold in the ashoke. I'm going to fold in the ashoke with about 0.7 inches. It's more than 0.5. All right, I'll fold it in and pin it down. I'm using my pin to secure it for it not to be moved. So that is just all for the design. I will be taking it to my sewing machine and stitch it round. After that, I'll come back and show you what it looks. So this is how it looks like. You can see I'm done stitching it. I'm going to give it a hot press, and I've gone ahead and you can see that I've hemmed the sleeve. I'm gone ahead to add the pocket. If you don't know how to cut a side pocket, I have a tutorial on how to cut and sew a side pocket on this channel. All right, the next thing for me to do is to, you can see that I've hemmed the down part. It's already finished. What is left is for me to shape it with 1 inch and come back and show you guys the final look of this dress. So guys, this comes to the end of this tutorial. If you love what you see here, please like this video, give it a thumbs up. Okay, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. All right, and see you again on the next tutorial. Bye for now.